Hey guys, welcome back. This is the fourth video in our series of Caking 101. In this video, we're going to learn how to get a super smooth finish on our icing and those super sharp edges. All right, so the first thing you want to do is take your board and tape the parchment paper to the board. And I'm just going to use some masking tape. All right, so now we have the parchment paper firmly attached with tape to the board, and we are going to start putting our icing on the parchment. So I'm just going to grab a big dollop of it, scoop it on there. You want to start spreading it out like we did with our layers and get it really smooth as possible. And this part needs to be about 1/4 inch thick and slightly bigger in diameter than the cake that you're icing. You can use your cake circle to double check and make sure that your icing is spread out enough in order to put your cake on top of it. Okay, so now we have our icing on the parchment, and we're going to align that over the cake and making sure that the cake is completely inside of the icing. So we're gonna flip this over and put it on the cake. Okay, so now we're going to flip our cake over. Hold it firmly between both hands and just go for it. And it's not that bad. Okay, so we're gonna set this on the turntable. It looks pretty good from what I can tell. We're gonna get more icing and we're going to scrape up the sides with the icing that was on the parchment paper. So now we're going to take more of our icing and we're going to push it in an upward scraping motion underneath the cake board, and we're gonna do that all around. Okay, now that you have all of the icing around what is actually our base, but right now it's the top, we're gonna start filling in the rest of the cake in the middle. This fly will not leave me alone. And I just want to take a minute to talk about this turntable. I'm so excited about it. I just got it in the mail the other day, and this is my first time using it, and I love it. I was using a turntable that my husband built for me, which was really nice and came in handy, but I splurged and got this turntable, and I'm so happy I did. It's so smooth, and the base is cast iron, so it is very heavy and durable, and I just love it. So definitely worth the purchase to get that. I'll post the link for that in the description below if you're interested. Once we have the icing on fairly thick around the cake, we're gonna get our scraper and start smoothing this out. Now the key to the sharp edges is keeping the scraper flat against the board, and this cake plate will act as a guide for our scraper to butt up against, and when you turn the table, it's going to scrape away a lot of the extra icing, and you can already start to see that it's starting to smooth out nicely. We have a lot of extra icing here. I'm just gonna scrape that off and continue around. I'm gonna use a different scraper. If you have any low spots that are not touching the scraper, you just fill those in with extra icing, and we'll go back around and keep working with it until we get it perfectly smooth. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the way this looks. And at this point, you would put it back in the fridge so that this can set up, and then we'll come back and we'll flip it over and work the top. All right, so now that we've taken our cake out of the fridge and it is set up nice and solid, we're going to remove the tape from the parchment paper. The fly has a death wish. Ugh. All right, now the tape is off and we're going to flip our cake back the right side up, and we're gonna do that the same way we did before. Securely hold it with both hands. Flip it over. Set that back on the turntable. Remove the board. Now we're gonna carefully remove the parchment paper. And it looks pretty good at this point, but we're gonna clean up this top part with our spatula and fill in any of the bubbles. Just smooth it out. You could spend quite a bit of time with this part, depending on how perfect you want to get it. So you want to keep working at this to get it as smooth as you want, keeping in mind that any major imperfections are going to be really prominent if you're covering this with fondant or modeling chocolate afterwards. Now I'm just going to dip my spatula in some hot water and wipe it off with a paper towel, and that will help me get this final go around really smooth. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed our 4-part series on how to bake a cake, how to make the world's best chocolate icing, how to level, tort, and fill your cake, and how to get smooth, sharp edges on your final icing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video series helpful. I know that when I first started out cake decorating that I was scouring the internet looking for information to help me improve in my cake decorating, and so I want to be helpful for you. So if you have any ideas for future videos, please let me know in the comments below, and I would love to hear from you. If you found value in this, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash the YouTube button. The YouTube button? Smash the YouTube button. If you found this video series helpful, please smash that like button. Apparently in 2019, smashing the button is better than just hitting it, so not sure what that's about, but please give it a like, a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and also ring the bell, and you'll get notified of future videos and tutorials, and I look forward to seeing you next time. We forgot the best part. We gotta cut it and eat it. So let me get a knife. We should try the cake, huh? Do you wanna try the cake? Yeah? You wanna taste it? Is that good? Yeah?